What's 403 forbidden or no permission to access? What to do then? The HTTP status code 403 forbidden indicates that the server understands the client's request, but the server refuses to authorize the request. In other words, the server acknowledges that the client has made a valid request, but the server is denying access to the requested resource. This denial could be due to various reasons, such as insufficient permissions, authentication failure, or other access control mechanisms. Here are some common scenarios where a 403 forbidden error might occur. 1. Insufficient permissions *. The user trying to access the resource does not have the necessary permissions. This could be related to file system permissions, database access rights, or any other authorization mechanism in place. 2. Authentication failure *. The server requires the client to provide valid credentials, such as a username and password, and the provided credentials are either missing, incorrect, or not sufficient for accessing the requested resource. 3. IP whitelisting or blacklisting *. The server might be configured to allow or deny access based on the client's IP address. If the client's IP is not on the whitelist or is on the blacklist, it may result in a 403 forbidden error. 4. Access control lists, ACLs. The server may be configured with access control lists that restrict access to certain resources based on specific criteria. If the client's request doesn't meet the criteria, it may be denied. 5. Web application firewall, WAF. Some websites use a web application firewall to protect against various online threats. If the WAF identifies the client's request as potentially malicious or unauthorized, it may block access with a 403 forbidden response. It's important to note that a 403 forbidden error does not reveal whether the requested resource exists, it only indicates that the server is not allowing access. To troubleshoot and resolve the issue, you may need to review server logs, check authentication settings, verify permissions, and inspect other relevant configurations.